At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup to begin our game. Offensive line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers off the play action. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
258.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. This finds its target. It's Metcalf. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Hey, check 26.
1st and 10. That's a 43-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. A play made by Jacob Parrish. Working quickly here.
26.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers from the gun. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
319.
Here's Rodgers. Completed to his running back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Inside. 319.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. He connects downfield. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
A gain of 9 yards.
Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4th.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27.
50.
Trying it inside the other Warren. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. And goes to the hurry up here.
26. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Here's Rodgers. Has it down close. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
4-yard line.
Warren has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, You still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He gets it again. And this won't get anywhere either. The front held up. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Green 86, go to 50.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. He will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Pat Fryermuth the touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. The decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's caught. It's forgotten. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bucs have the 1st. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. And he'll be right near the line to limit the game to a yard. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. 1 quarter away so far. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their 1st play. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Bucs getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his 1st time out. This one's headed for the sideline and out. Look at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
258. Hey, 88.
They'll start the drive with Warren. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
The tackle made back at his own 6-yard line.
On the 50s. Back north.
Rodgers will look to throw. Caught it left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to throw here. 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going for it. It's Rodgers. And he will get the first as they touch him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for the Steelers.
On 1st down, Warren. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
26.
Another Steelers.
1st down, here's Rodgers. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. A Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Boswell to add the PAT. So before we get an attempt, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could like to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? He sent it through.
Makes the score Steelers 14. Buccaneers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Run. Hurry! King!
1st down, here's Baker. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 when we return from our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. 2nd and 3 now. Mayfield now from the gun. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
We've set it downs from 37. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Down the field, Evans has it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Hurry! 180! What's up?
On the give, this is Irving. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Irving. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics.
Here's him holding up. There it is. Drop it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
Oh, I hate that. They've even had some good yardage on this drive, Kate. Get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back to make this now red zone attempt not much more difficult.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Hurry! 20! Stop!
Throwing here just before halftime. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get their first points of this game just before halftime. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
318! Hey, 88! 26!
The final throw before the break. Trying for the deep ball. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's Baker. He finds Evans left side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Evans. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Irving on the counter. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown.
continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Working quickly here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They stick with Gainwell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 4.
And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Penalty yardage marked off. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey,
They'll run here following the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense up to the line fast.
No gain on
Go
the
to
play.
50. Hey, you block over here.
2nd and 10.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
The Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose. And now they get it back just 1 snap later.
First down throw here, Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Still to go here. This is 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. From the gun, Mayfield. It's completed right side. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
1st and goal. Here's Irving. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. John, well done there.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Kings! 180. Hey, alert 30. Up.
He's back to throw. Drops back. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. High percentage look for him here from the left tackle. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Again, this is Gainwell. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Offense to the line fast.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Rodgers to throw. Hits him on the out. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
This is Gainwell. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, doesn't matter.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 22. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers down by only 3.
19-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Gainwell. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They'll run here with Gainwell. He's dropped a big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Inside. Box it.
Don't let us down. Let's go low.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Green 18. Green 18.
To throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that makes it 4th down.
4th down.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50.
Here
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything they could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Real. Point it right. Watch out.
We'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
A gain of 15.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first.
Complete to
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the move, past the 40. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert.
Here he is to throw. And they're going to be set up just outside their red zone.
Let's go.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
That's another Buccaneers 1st.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards. They're into the red zone. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
180. Up. Stop.
Setting up to pass. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
One final shot here.
And we welcome you back into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals have the football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 2. Open man is Yoshivas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
T. Higgins. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To the air again, Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got it. Touchdown by Bengals. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Steelers 22.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 yards to go, second down. Here's Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
Both
these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay at a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
That's another Steelers first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And a Steeler first down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running left, it's Warren. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Chris Boswell.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And they'll work this one up to about the 38. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And getting this just shy in midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and 4. Burrow now off the bootleg. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
That's good.
A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
But he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down. Touchdown!
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead. Tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
McPherson on for the point after. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
Makes the score.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Working from the gun. Rodgers drops this one down to Gainwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Jones on the return. 47-yard punt, a return at 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
From the gun to give to Brown. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got this down to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A 7-yard loss.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. But somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
All right, let's give the kicker some credit here because he didn't let the inaccurate snap phase him whatsoever. Trusted his holder to get the ball down in time, stuck to his routine, and somehow found a way to put the ball through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the gun to give the game run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 117 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
10 more yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looks pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A handoff for Warren. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Rodgers going to throw. And that nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their 1st interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And
It's Rodgers. Austin is in and brings in another one. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
Rodgers pass.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rodgers to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even